Map my walk shows 0 distance, 0 duration. Let's start this workout. Suburban Hiker, kicking rocks on day 44 of my 500-mile walk. Looks like we got us a little bit of rain happening. Oh my goodness, it's just getting started. I'm just getting started. Looks like this is going to be a tricky day for a hike. I got my umbrella, but I'm getting a little bit of spray. The trail is getting muddy already. Here, let me show that to you. And it just started raining. Whew. A half an hour ago, there was nothing. Slightly overcast, just a little bit. As soon as I get out of the car, here comes the rain. Oh well, they can't all be the best day ever. You know, the ground is so wet from all the rain we've had. We had, oh, there's some thunder. We had 9 days of rain. The last time I was on this trail, one of the bridges was underwater, was not passable. We had 2 days of no rain, and now it's raining again. These trails are pretty waterlogged. It has not even been raining for not even 10 minutes. And there's already mud and standing water on the trail. That's okay. It makes the hike a little more technical, I guess. You really have to watch your feet when the trail's that muddy. Oh, looks like my camera lens is getting a little wet. Makes this a little tricky. Not only is this day 44, but this is also mile number 119. I thought it might rain, which is why I brought the umbrella. I just didn't know it would come down so quick or so heavily. It seems like it's lightening up a little bit, but the trails are already kind of washed out. And of course the camera lens is already wet. Today is Thursday, May 16th, shortly after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's approximately 70 degrees. And obviously it's raining. Due to the weather, I may not be able to film much. We'll see what happens. I'm not even sure how long I'll be out on the trail. But we'll get what we can get and be glad we got that much, right? It was a beautiful, sunshiny morning this morning, all the way up till just about 1 o'clock. But the weather has changed, and of course the forecast looks to be this way for the next several days. I do believe Saturday there's only about a 16% chance of rain, but then it calls for more rain Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This really kind of sucks because I've been struggling to get out and make videos, and then when I do, well, we get a pop-up rainstorm. Oh man, those pretty little blossoms on the tree. That's pretty cool. There's a few of them over there as well. Well, the rain has seemed to slow down considerably. Now it's just a very light drizzle. The worst part of all this is that the humidity skyrockets and absolutely destroys my beard. Look at that. It was nice and cone shaped when I got here. Now it's bushed out like a shrubbery. What can you do? Just keep on hiking. I know it was gorgeous out yesterday. Fantastic weather. Sun shined all day long. I didn't get to go out though. Oddly enough, I didn't hike, but according to my Fitbit, I still got over 4 miles in because of yard work, mowing the lawn, going to the grocery store, just living life. I didn't do anything out of the ordinary and still got 4 miles in, but that doesn't count. It wasn't intentional. Darn it. Maybe I should start going by my Fitbit. I know one thing did happen today that is double super awesome wicked cool. I have surpassed 200 subscribers here on my YouTube channel. How awesome is that? Man, thanks so much, guys, for following along and paying attention to little old me as I walk around talking nonsensically at times. I really appreciate that. 200 subscribers. Actually, there were 202 when I left the house. I appreciate you guys so much. I can't even begin to express it. Thank you. One of the cool things about all the new subscribers to my channel, a lot of you are also hikers in various forms. Some of you are through hikers, some of you are long trail hikers, some of you are section hikers, day hikers, photographers, walkers. It's really cool to be able to start meeting more people who also share these interests that I have, and to see what they're doing and see how they are doing it. We're all kind of doing the same thing, out walking around, and we all look at everything a little differently, and it's really neat to see other people's perspectives and to get to know them through their presence here on YouTube. That's really neat stuff. Wow, that beard is a mess. So is the trail. However, it has stopped raining enough that I can close up the umbrella and concentrate on the camera and the walking. It's pretty difficult to hold the umbrella and the camera at the same time. I'm still carrying it, but it's not wide open, catching the wind, catching the breeze. And while these trails are a wee bit sloppy right now, they're not as bad as they were the last time I was here. Although we do still have standing water in the woods behind me. This is partially a wetland area, so I'm not surprised to see the standing water there. The other day when I was here on the east side of the park, that water was 6 inches deep along the trail, in the trail, on the trail. There was no way around it. If you wanted to go on a hike through the woods that day, you were walking in the water. Today is not quite as bad, even though it just finished raining. Ooh, I do see deer. I see a deer. Oh man. Let me see if I can get him. Oh man. Maybe I'll get them if they come out of the trail up here. I saw two of them. Two doe. I still see them in there. Darn it. They seem pretty skittish. Perhaps they know I'm over here. I can still kind of see them, but I don't think that they are visible enough that I can get them on camera. And of course I'm at a part in the trail where the trail turns and leads away from them. And they're kind of walking in the opposite direction of the trail. I'm going to pause this and just stand here. Maybe I'll zoom in because they're moving a little bit. If I zoom in, there's three of them all together. They're walking away from me now. Darn it. Let me spin this back around. Well, man, it's cool that I got to see them, but I don't think you guys did. I won't know until I get to the editing portion, but I suspect you did not get to see them. They were too far away, and the zoom and film without an actual stand or a tripod or something, the camera really jerks around when you zoom in. But we'll find out. Cool that I got to see them though. I'm sorry that you guys probably did not. Well, my initial plan was to continue around the outskirts of the park into this open area, but because we saw the deer in the woods, I think I'm gonna take this trail that cuts back through the woods. I didn't bring a map, so I can't show you guys this time, although you can find a map online. I am at St. Patrick's County Park in South Bend, Indiana, in the United States. I probably should start mentioning the United States because I have gained subs from people that are not in our country, not even on our continent, and that's freaking awesome. Sorry, I almost threw down the F-bomb on you. That is really cool. I have people from Norway and such that have begun to keep track of what I'm doing, and I have begun to keep track of what they're doing. So anyways, you can find the map in a PDF format on the internet. Just Google it. St. Patrick's County Park, South Bend, Indiana, United States of America. So yeah, I am going to attempt to come back through the woods in search of more wildlife. It's pretty thick woods. It's really greening up. Of course, you know, all that rain we've had in the last 10 days or so goes a long ways. That's why you can't really complain about the rain too much. It's a pretty important part of outdoor life. Man, it's just so green in here now. Go back to some of the videos earlier in this 500-mile walk. I'm in this same park, and it's not near this green. I'm having a tough time walking. My feet keep slipping backwards on the mud. So I'm definitely going a little slower than usual. Kind of walking with duck feet. That's what you gotta do. Keep from falling on your arse. This is actually a very slow moving stream. Alright, we're gonna go slightly off trail. This appears to be an unofficial trail. Goes down to this little waterfall area. The stream comes cascading through there. Been down here before with a granddaughter. She was probably 6 at the time, and we actually followed that stream up a ways through those fallen trees. Pretty cool stuff. This little stream coming off here, just a tiny trickle. That's that slow moving stream that I just showed. And it joins this larger stream. And most likely this travels down to the St. Joe River. Anyways, I'll go back up here, get back on the official trail. Did I mention that it's early enough in the season that there are very little bugs out? No mosquitoes, no deer fly, black fly. Just a lot of rain. Alright, now I have a decision to make. This trail will take us back to ground we already covered. This trail kind of takes us back to the car, or the area that we're parked in. Although it does split off down here in this little basin. I think we'll go down this way. Mayhap I'll jump on another trail. I have little wooden steps, although I'm going to stick to the earthen steps, the natural steps next to those. They don't seem nearly as slippery as that wood. I'll let you know if I fall and crack my butt. Get it? Crack my butt. Now I'll figure out which way to go, left or right. I didn't see any sign of any more deer. If I go to the right, that goes to the red barn area. If I go left, that sort of takes us back to the trail that we started on. I'm going to go left, just in case the deer. This trail goes through a more wooded area, where that other trail kind of goes to open field area more. Get around this mud. And which way should we go? Which way should we go? If we go left, I know we will travel over a trail we've already been on. If I go right, I think we stay in the woods more. We're going to go right. Now we can always turn around and come back if we find out otherwise, right? And there you go. We are quickly back to trail that we've already been on. And to tell the truth, we're probably only 50 yards from the car. So we will indeed turn back and go another direction on a trail. I'm not ready to call it a day just yet, even though I have lots to do. Okay, now we are back to the steps that we came down. And we're gonna go this direction. This direction does lead to a set of steps that go up just around the bend here. There's quite a few paths that diverge right in this little basin that lead off to different directions. I haven't decided whether we will go up the stairs or out into this field area. Pretty nice stream coming through here. I do believe this is the stream that we hopped off trail a little bit to look at. That's the bridge. We're gonna follow along. No, I don't think this is part of the trail. We're gonna follow it a little bit. See where it goes. See, and this is what's cool, is it goes off this way up into there, but then it also continues this way, shoots off into that area there, continues off over here. This is just such a cool little watershed. And the water goes all sorts of directions. A lot of these trees out there are standing dead, but there's still also new growth. I would guess that the water levels get down far enough that they can continue to thrive. Alright, we're going to get back on the official trail. Maybe one of these days we'll actually walk down that creek, see where it goes. Although I don't think you're supposed to do that. Maybe if we ask them nicely, and they'll say, yeah, you can do that, go ahead. But again, I'm going to choose to walk up the side of those steps. If you don't know, wood gets really slippery when it's wet. I'd rather not shin myself on wooden steps today. Now we're on more of a surface road. Seems a little less wet and muddy. My feet are dry, so that's nice. It's just kind of precarious walking in that mud back there in the woods. This soil seems to have had no problem absorbing that quick rain we had. It's a little squishy, but I'm not slip sliding all over the place. Well, here we are, back at the vehicle. I didn't see any more wildlife of note that I wouldn't ordinarily see. Just some birds here and there, a couple squirrels. Of course, those guys move around way too fast for me to get on camera. I hear thunder in the distance. We're gonna call it a day. We got 2.18 miles. Let me pause that up. So we round that down to 2 miles. That's mile number 119 and 119 and 120. How cool is that? That leaves us with 380 more miles in the 500-mile walk. If I haven't suggested, I would like to do so now. Please subscribe to my channel. Follow along. Ring the bell to get notifications. And drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think of the channel, what you think of the videos. But more than all that, thanks so much for watching. Suburban Hiker. We'll see you tomorrow.